Shalom. First of all, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rekakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles, the bishops, the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect and the true believers. This is the brother Alawap from Great Millstone, Houston. Today I'd like to go into lesson, about just never trust thy enemy. And this is for the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the true children of the Lord, the Israelites, okay? And our enemy is we have an enemy, you know what I'm saying? And his enemy is Edom, the so-called white man, okay? That's our enemy, okay? And this is, and we could prove it through the Bible, through the scripture, but I want to also say that this has been going on since they was in the womb. Esau and Jacob was in the womb, okay? And lately, in the news, go to the news thing is with this guy right here. Okay. Let's go to it. This guy right here. There's Nolan Wales, okay? And so, see, that's a Jake right there, so-called black guy, so-called Negro, okay? The Israelite right there. And right there, if you see, he's surrounded by all numbered so-called, these the Edom, so-called white man right here. It's all surrounded by them, right? So, that's the enemy, okay? That's the enemy. You don't never trust thy enemy, so this the enemy. So I just wanted to just show you that first, okay? But no, I want to go and prove who is our enemy and why, and the hatred, okay? And I'm going to tell you why the Lord tell us in the book of Sirach, you know what I'm saying? It tell us, in the scriptures, tell us never trust our enemy, okay? And here you go. This is Genesis. If you read up, I'm going to just go straight to the point, you know what I'm saying? But if you read up in this whole chapter, it'll tell you about Esau and Jacob, okay? Esau is the nation of Edom, okay, the so-called white man, and Jacob, that's the so-called Israelites through the 12 tribes, okay? His 12 sons, okay? And the 12 sons of Jacob, okay? That consists of the Latinos, so-called Latinos, so-called Negroes, and Native Americans, okay? And they read, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob, okay? He said he's going to slay his brother Jacob, okay? That's the enemy. So if you want to kill your brother Jacob, that means that's the enemy, right? That's the enemy. He hates you, so that's the enemy, okay? So now I'm going to go into Amos. (1 and 11). And let's read. And it's the Lord speaking, okay? So the Lord hates Esau also, you know what I'm saying? He hates him, okay? Because he's the wicked. And it was the thing it says right here. Thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for 3 transgression of Edom. Edom is the nation of Edom, the so-called is Esau. He's the nation of Edom, the so-called white man. And for I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother who? Jacob, with the sword, and did cast off all his pity. He did cast all his pity, right? And his anger did tear perpetually. That means that he hated him forever, right? And he kept his wrath forever. So he kept it forever. So that means to this day, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, hate us. And so that's our enemy, okay? You can never trust them because he hate us, okay? So let's read it in an NLT. And it say, this is what the Lord says, Yahweh Bashim says, the people of Edom have sinned again and again, and I will not let them go unpunished. They chased down his relative, the Israelites, with the sword, showing them no mercy. In their rage, they slashed them continuously. Okay, I can't pronounce it, but continually, and were unrelentingly in their anger. So yes, that's our enemy. Okay, that's our enemy. Okay, that's our enemy. And so let's go into it. Go into Ecclesiastes, the book of Sirach. It is in the Apocrypha, chapter 12, verse 10. Okay? Let's read it up. Let's get ready to read it. And it starts at 10. All right? And it reads, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness towards it. You know what I'm saying? White man, all wrong here is just the so-called, it's none but wickedness around here. He caused all this stuff wrong here. It's everything wrong, he caused it, okay? Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hasn't not been altogether wiped away. Okay? Next thing it says, look, set him not by thee, lest when he has overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Okay? And now let's go to the, I'm going to want to read it in the Good New Translation, okay? Let's get in the Good New Translation. Let's read it. Let's go. Ecclesiastes, a book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Let's read it, okay? They say, never trust an enemy. His wickedness is as destructive as rust. Watch out and be on guard against him, even if he acts so humbly. Oh man, hey man, come on over here, man. We're gonna have a good time. He do this and that, you know. Good time. Oh man, just acts so innocent, you know. He is like a metal mirror that rusted away if you don't keep it polished. Okay? Seat an enemy at your right hand, and the next thing you know, he'll be trying to get your own place of honor. Okay? Put him next to you and he will overthrow you. Okay? Then you will realize the truth of my words, and be stung with regret when you remember them. Okay? And it reads this. It say, nobody feels sorry for a snake charmer and wild animal tamers who get bitten. And nobody feels sorry for you if you run around with the sinners and get involved with the wrongdoings. Okay, let's go back. So listen, once you know that you know who your enemy is, who your enemy are, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, that's your enemy. So you shouldn't be nowhere around them. We shouldn't be, we got to work at this and that, but you shouldn't be going anywhere private by yourself, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't do that. Remember that you got to go to them, the ones of all things, but don't never trust them. They is not to be trusted. That's our enemy, okay? And let's see, I got a couple more precepts to go through, say, and it says, when I read through it, say, let's go to verse 16 and say, an enemy speaks sweetly with his lips, but his heart he imagined how to throw thee unto a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. This devil right here, the enemy, he kills us all day. They lie. They'll talk sweetly and this and that. And then they want to get us. It's all times. Remember that. That's the enemy. So, and always has been an enemy, okay? Always has. And like in Amos 1 and 11, when we read, he say perpetual. That means forever. He always forever going to have hate, and he always going to be our enemy, okay? And let's get Psalms. Let's go into Psalms. Go to Psalms 55 and 21, okay? And it reads, the word of his mouth, that's Esau, Edom, know what I'm saying? So-called white man, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His word was softer than oil, yet were they drawing sword. Yeah, just saying, like the young guy, the young Jake, he didn't know that was the enemy, He didn't know it was the enemy. And they were talking all sweetly and calm and everything, probably. Hey, come on, Jake, come on. Let's go have a good time and this and that. And soon they get out there, they had a plan. Killed him, He come unalive, And that's the enemy. He was wrong them all. He shouldn't have been out there, He should never trust the enemy. He should never trust them being nowhere alone with them, okay? All right, and then I got another precept I want to go into. Oh, let's go back to that when they say drawing swords. So they ready to get you at all times, okay? They ready. They do not like us. They hate you. They hate us. They are the enemy. Let's go back to Psalms. Let's go to Psalms 58 and verse 3. And this is what it is. They say the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray. And the wicked is a so-called white man. He's Edom, Esau, Edom, okay? The so-called white man. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Let's go here. Let's go to verse 4 also, and to read, their poison is like a poisonous. Let's read it. Say chapter 58. Psalms 58, Psalm 58, verse 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like a deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. See? And they say they spit venom like deadly snakes. They are like cobras that refuse to listen. So they're not going to listen. They are the enemy, okay? They are the enemy. So let's go back to Ecclesiastes, book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, okay? And these are the words that we got to always live by the scriptures. They tell you that. Never trust thy enemy. Our enemy is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. We should never trust him on anything. Our trust should be upon Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay? That we put all our trust into, And once again, I hope this lesson was edifying. And this the brother Alawap. And I'd like to say, before I leave, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and bishops and elders that group of great millstone that rule well, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect and the true believers out there. Shalom.